Let's see if anybody joins the live. Woo! I'm falling. Oh my goodness, this chair's in the way. Move the chair out of the way. Okay, that's better. Whoops. Nobody's here. Okay. Move the chair out of the way. Okay. Hello. We are live. We are live. See if anybody joins. Oh my goodness, one eyebrow is different than the other. Hello, we are live. Hello, welcome to the alternate point of view. We are live. We're going to talk crime, current events. We're going to do a meet and greet. I haven't been live in a very long time, so I figured we would go live and see who all pops in and say hello. Welcome, welcome. I just wanted to say hi to everyone. I have not been here live in quite some time. Usually I do trials live, and I just wanted to see how everyone was doing since we haven't been live in quite a while. So hopefully people will pop in and say hi. And we will get some folks on here. So welcome, welcome. I hope that y'all will say hello. Hello. Welcome to the alternate point of view. Say hi in the chat. Hope that y'all will say hello. I have not seen my people in a while. If y'all are new, say hello. I'd love to see who all is here. Welcome if you're new. Welcome if you've been a member or a subscriber. I'm hoping that you will say hi. Love to get to know you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Don't be shy. We're going to talk crime, current events. So say hello. Welcome, welcome. I know people get nervous when there's not anyone in here, but this chat just started. This live just started. So say hello. Trying to let people know that we are live. I did put this up short notice, so just want to let people know that we are live so that you guys can know that we are live. So join in if you guys want to chat. Hello, hello. Letting some folks know that we are live so we can chat, say hello, share with your friends. It has been a while. I'm trying to downgrade some stuff on here. So let people know that we are live. And hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. All right. If you haven't said hello, say hello. If you are on here, sneak in. We are going to say hello. Okay, so this is the alternate point of view. We do share each other's point of view. We talk about crime, we talk about politics, current events. I usually leave my politics videos up here for about 24 hours and then I make them members only. So if you guys want to see, hi Gwen, if you guys want to see politics, current event videos, you have the opportunity to see those for about 24 hours and then I pass them on to members only. Gwen is a member, so she gets to see politic videos. A lot of my viewers don't really like politic videos, so I save those for members only. There's a few member only videos that are just for members only. There's some videos that members get to see. So if you want to see members only videos or hear podcast videos or podcast topics that are only for members, you can become a member. So Gwen is a member. Those are kind of personal podcast that I made that members only get to hear. So if you want to hear those are very like close to me that again, only members get to hear. So this is kind of a meet and greet. I have a lot of new subscribers that don't know much about this channel and what it is about, that don't know much about me as a host. A lot of people think they know me, but they really don't. So they don't know much about this channel and why it's called The Alternate Point of View. It is the alternate point of view because it's about having your own point of view, and it's okay to have your point of view. I don't shun people for having their own point of view. So we can talk and have different points of view. You don't always have to agree with me. I just tell what my point of view is, and you don't always have to like it. I don't have to like your point of view, but you can say what you like. We don't, like I said, always have to agree on it. A lot of people say their mind, and that's totally fine because it is a free country. We do have free speech, and I like to stick with that. That goes the same with the trials that we look at. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know the ins and out legal wise. A lot of us think we know all of the things when it comes to cases and trials, but we only get to see snippets of cases and trials. We get to see what everybody else is seeing on television, but there's a lot of stuff we don't see inside the jury room or inside the actual courthouse. We only get to see what we are allowed to see on television. So there's a lot of stuff that we're missing. So we think we know what's happening inside the courtroom, but there's a lot of things that we're not seeing. So like in the Michael Jackson Milano Samantha Wall trial that we're so passionate about on this channel, totally passionate about, there's a lot of things that we didn't get to see. So we think we know a lot of stuff that's happening, but we didn't see a lot. So a lot of people are dead set, like we are here on this channel, that Michael is innocent. But there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that we weren't told. And of course, all those things that we were told even completely tells us that Michael's innocent. And there's a lot more stuff that happened. Hi, David, how are you? So that tells us even more so that Michael's innocent. A lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. So I can tell you that all the work that I have done on the Samantha Wall case even tells us that that case is being brushed under the rug even more so. And nobody is talking about it. Everything that I've posted, everything that I've done on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of it is continuously being shadow banned. And it's really sad. So even when I compare it to other trials that I've seen, I did the military wife trial, and I hate to keep calling it that, but Ashley Henning, who was taken out by her husband in a most horrific way. He got 20 years for what he did to her. And it was all on video, what he did to her. And Michael got 15 years for lying. So when I compare what happened to Michael to what happens to other people who actually did the most horrific things to another person, Michael got 15 years for lying. And you see people who actually took a life on video. It just seems absurd, right? So when I see things like that and I compare it, it just is like, what? So 20 years for taking another person's life. Um, it's just mind blowing. So I don't understand our legal system. I don't understand what's happening. But when I see stuff like that, it just makes me wonder what's going on. But literally, her case is completely brushed under the rug, and no one talks about it in Michigan or in Detroit or anywhere. Her case is completely ignored, and it is literally not talked about. No one cares. No one wants it solved. No one wants it anything. Um, and it is just, I don't get it. Uh, so when I see that he gets 15 years for lying, and I see other people are going to prison for the same amount of time, basically, because this guy only has to serve 75% of his sentence for taking another person's life. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then the Menendez brothers are probably going to get out of prison for taking their parents' life, also in a most horrific way. And you're looking at Scott Peterson, who's possibly going to get a new trial for taking his wife and child's life. I don't understand how our legal system works. But again, I'm not an attorney. I'm just someone who's very interested in the parts of our justice system and the way things are working and how things can happen the way that it does and how certain people's lives seem to be, I don't know, dismissed in a way that doesn't make sense, and how our legal system seems to not work in the way that it should, and how it works in other ways. Like I look at Luigi, who seems to have this massive following, and people just seem to be obsessed with him. And he has he's gotten over $1 million in funds, and he has these women that are just obsessed with him. So I don't understand how he's getting so much publicity. And I just want to also point out, nothing changed. Nothing changed in our healthcare system. Nothing changed anywhere. I mean, he just got a lot of publicity, and he has a massive uh ladies. He's a ladies man. So, here we are with Samantha Wall's case being unsolved, and no one's talking about it at all in Detroit. No one. So when I look at things like that and I see our justice system just kind of crumbling around us and no one seems to care, um, and then I look at social media, and whenever you mention Samantha Wall or you mention Michael Jackson Bolanos, everyone just seems to it seems to just go nowhere. So it's baffling to me. Um, and whenever I also talk about her and the case, people tell me to be very, very quiet. I'm being told to shut my mouth. So I don't know what is happening or why it's happening, but I do get told a lot to be quiet. So yeah, that happens. So other cases I can talk about, other cases I can say things about, but not that one. So that, yeah. Um, I don't know if you guys, anyone else even knows about it. No one knows about it. It's very strange. When I post things on TikTok, it's odd. So just so you guys know, if anyone's in Michigan, I know Gwen's in Michigan. I know a few other people are in Michigan. I know some people have contacted me from Michigan, and they have told me the same thing, that no one's talking about it in Michigan, or in Detroit, for that matter. So, and I've actually had people contact me and told me to not ever mention them, or that they have ever contacted me, but to basically not talk about this case. So, very strange. But I wanted to do this live because I haven't done a live in a while, and I wanted to see what everybody wanted to talk about. If y'all had any questions for me, any meet and greet, get to know, anything like that, because I do have a lot more subscribers. I know it's weird to do a live on a Saturday. I know people have like family things they're doing, things like that. I know people probably aren't even like thinking of being online on Saturday, but I just wanted to see people might, you know, I don't know. What are people angry about now, Gwen, up there? What? Send odometer readings and tax us based on what does that mean? Miles driven? What? That's weird. Huh. So I've done some research on the, as you know, I've been doing research on this trial and on this case, still doing research. And I have all the green light, and I'm doing research on the green light data. And because obviously the green light data was not included in the trial, and all of Samantha's steps were not included in the trial. Obviously, Michael's steps were included, but not Samantha's. They talked about it in that press conference, that they were going to track all of Samantha's steps, all of the green light camera footage of Samantha's, what she drove, the route she took, all the possible routes that she took, all of that. So I am actually tracking that, all the ways that she could have gone home, all of the green light footage that they could have possibly gotten, but who knows if they actually did get. But yeah, so I have the green light routes that she could have taken. So yeah, we'll see what possibly could have been come up with at the time. So who knows? So yeah, I think Detroit is kind of, I don't know what's going on in Detroit. I've heard a lot, but I don't know. I just know it's been very hard for me to do anything. I know Michael's parole was denied. There's a lot of cases going on right now. There is another case in Michigan, I think, that's going on right now. That is the retrial of the woman who supposedly took her husband's life. Like they think she set him on fire and ran over him. Her initial situation was turned over, and now she's back on trial again. This happened in 2007, and now they're retrying her. I mean, the defense sounds plausible. So also the young girl Sydney, it's not from Michigan, but she's going back on trial as well. The one who hit her mom over the head with the frying pan, or the cast iron skillet, actually, and then stabbed her, and then tried to hide it, make it look like a break-in. They're trying to say that she was insane at the time, which is kind of weird. I just feel like if you tried to cover it up, you weren't insane. I don't know how that's going to go. I mean, Carly Gregg didn't get that courtesy. So I don't know how she's any different from Carly Gregg. I mean, I don't understand it. But I mean, she has the backing of her family just like Carly Gregg did. Carly Gregg was way younger. I don't know. I think it's kind of strange that girl's getting another shot. I can't remember the girl's last name, Sydney something, but she was the one who was like another Chandler Balderson, was that his name? He did the same thing. His parents, he took his parents' lives, because he thought they were going to find out about his not getting the job with SpaceX, that he wasn't really going to school. So yeah, Sidney Powell, that's right. So she's getting another shot. So I feel like Carly Gregg should get another shot. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are getting second chances. I mean, Carly Gregg, you could almost say she was on medication, and her parents also knew. Yeah, and her parents also knew that she had mental health issues, and they were taking her to doctors, and she was on medication because she was hearing voices. And I mean, she had medication and issues that were making her feel some type of way. This Sydney chick, she was covering up for a while that she wasn't in school. She didn't want her parents to find out. This was a situation where she was trying to hide a situation. And then when she heard her mom on the phone, and her mom was finding out that she really wasn't in school, and then she answered the phone and pretended to be her mom. I don't know. But they're trying to use the fact that her mom was her best friend and she had such a close relationship with her mom. But so did Carly Gregg. Carly Gregg was really close with her mom, and they're using that video. I mean, if they're going to use the video and say that Carly Gregg was sneaky, I mean, there was a video of Jordan Henning doing the most god-awful thing to his wife, and he got off basically and is going to serve less than 20 years. I mean, make it make sense, y'all. I just don't get it. I mean, there's a lot of sympathy for these kids. I don't know if they should be in prison, but I mean, but then there's also that kid in Florida, the one who took his dad's life in the Midwest, and then he took his mom's life in Florida, and he was acquitted from his mom's life in Florida. And he didn't even get charged with his dad. I don't think he even got charged with his dad's life. What was that kid's name? I can't even remember. But he got acquitted. It's just wild. So, yeah, these kids are. But you have a 14-year-old Carly Gregg who's just. I mean, and she turned down a plea deal. She was only going to get 30 years, and she took her chances. She rolled the dice, and now she's going to prison for life. So I don't know if that will get overturned and she'll get another shot or what. But this is the thing, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, these people took someone's life, and they're getting another shot. And you have Michael, who is, he was convicted of lying, and every single person lied on that stand, and he's in there for 15 years. This is like, I'm like, make it make sense. And then there's still no justice for Samantha. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, this just doesn't make sense. And then this is what I'm trying to get. Like, I have tagged like so many people on X, and nobody is like responding. And this is the exact thing that the Democrats would just jump on. This is their niche. This is their favorite thing ever, is a black man being wrongfully charged or convicted or whatever. This is exactly what they would want. But instead, they're jumping on illegal immigrants and criminals, but not something that I just don't get it. So I don't know. I'm just thinking, what is going on? What is happening? Oh, my shirt turned. Y'all, I redid my clofus. I call it my clofus because it's in my closet. I redid it yesterday, and I got this cool standing desk because y'all know I can't sit for long. I got this standing riser for my desk, so now I can stand. I don't have to sit. It's awesome. I love it. And I went through my entire closet part and downsized. And then I found clothes that I had never unpacked in the first place. So needless to say, I didn't make any more room in here at all. Yeah, so that did not help much. But I did take out clothes that I don't need. But unfortunately, they're very expensive clothes. So that is not helpful either. But still, whatever clothes I took out, I replaced with clothes that I had found that I'd never unpacked. So it was kind of like Christmas, but not. But now I'm getting rid of clothes that I bought. They're very expensive clothes. So that didn't help at all. But yeah, tell me what things y'all been following. Gwen, I don't know how many people are on here, not very many, but Gwen has a channel that keeps me in check. Sort of, not the greatest, but she has a channel where she helps keep reads the Bible in a year, and it has music. The music I'm much better at listening to than reading the Bible in a year. I should open my Bible more. Oh, but what I did find, I found this really cool old antique Bible on Marketplace, Gwen, and I thought of you. I did not buy it because I don't need to buy anything else, but I thought of you and thought, ooh, I wonder if Gwen would like this. But then I realized that you already have this like really cool old Bible. So, but I did think of you when I saw it. But I do keep up with the songs. But I did think, I was like, ooh, Gwen would really like this. But I was like, no, I'm not going to buy another thing. But it's an antique, or they say it is. I don't know. You know how people can put stuff on there and make you fall for anything. And I do. I fall for everything. So Mike always says that for me doing crime and stuff, that I'll probably be the first person that would end up on Dateline. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. It's 12:30 and I should probably be in church, but I'm not. It's terrible. So I was hoping I'd have more people on here because I have a lot of subscribers, but I don't know if they're actual subscribers or if they're, not. But there's only one way to find out, and that was. But it is Saturday. I'm sure people have like lives of their own, things to do. But I put out a post the other day to see if anybody wanted to do a live because I'm off on Fridays, and I was wondering if anybody wanted to do a live on the burned and wait. I don't know what it was called. The burned trial, but nobody wanted to do it. So. Oh, well, if they're helping, that's always good. I guess. I don't know. I posted on X and TikTok that I was doing a live, but you know how TikTok is about posting about YouTube. They don't like that. And then X, nobody looks at my post on X. I'm not big enough on there. I can't seem to get anything through on X. Everybody else does, but not me. I'm not big. I'm definitely not big enough. But what I am upset about is Pam Bondi. She never came out with the Epstein files. And I just feel like I've said this before on my YouTube videos. I don't care what they do in this administration, but if they don't come out with those Epstein files, which they haven't, then I could care less what happens in this administration. They can sit there and say they got, I don't know. They can, I really don't care. They can catch the biggest criminal. They can pass the best law. They can do whatever they want. But I know I heard that. My husband said that. Yeah. Well, they can do whatever, but they can do whatever. But they don't come out with that Epstein file, that Epstein list. To me, they're just protecting pedophiles. I probably can't say that on YouTube. See, I mean, they can do whatever. So I think I've had, what has it been, 2 months, 2.5 months? Yeah, at first I was like super excited. I thought, yes, this time it's going to be great. I thought he'd learned his lesson from the last time and he was going to surround himself with really good people. I was very excited, obviously, because my videos have shown my excitement. And then he has, I'm kind of disappointed now. That didn't take long, but it's really just been over the Epstein files. Yeah. It's honestly because of the Epstein list. Anything else, it's, you know, and honestly, I mean, I get the, I mean, I'm happy that the immigration has slowed down, like a lot. That's definitely gone down. I think that was a disaster. But I really could just like, I think if they could have just like stopped the protesting or got a handle on it a little better, that would have been fine. But I think this whole like, I don't know what they're doing. I feel like they're just focusing on stuff. And I've noticed that the Democrats are actually now winning seats in the Senate in the states. So I think they're both just going too far. I think they're just wasting time on things that make no sense. Like no one gives a garbage crap about Canada, about like normal, average, everyday people don't understand this bullying of Canada and bullying of Greenland. Like they're not talking about what it means. That's funny. That's funny. Pikachu. That's funny. Which Charmander and Squirtle are my favorite out of the Pikachu bunch. I actually have a Charmander and Squirtle. I don't know where my, oh, they're in my spare bedroom. My little Charmander and Squirtle. I should have them up here on my desk. I have enough toys. Nobody gets why I have so many toys. I had one person like, you, Keanu. Like, you literally ask me anything about Keanu, I could tell you. For someone who loves crime. I have a lot about Keanu. It keeps it fun. So I'm somewhat, yeah. I'm trying to think of what is coming up in trials. I know. little. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to make a John Wick 5 though, because he said, I mean, the cast in John Wick 4 was so amazing that they don't know if they can beat John Wick 4. But Ballerina is coming out, I think, in May, and he's in that one. So, you know, I'm going to be there to watch it. He's got some more films coming out too. So, and he's on this Hulu show where they're talking about motorcycles. So I'm going to watch that. It's already out. I can't believe I haven't watched it yet. So, yeah, it's already out. I got to watch it. So I've been saving it because, you know, Mike loves motorcycles. So I've been saving it to watch it with him. I don't know who else is on here. Say hello because I'd really like to say hi to everybody. There's another person. So just peek in and say hello. If you haven't been on this channel, we haven't done a live in a while. And I'm just trying to do a live and say hello. We're talking about some crime and current events. And just want to get to know everybody that has been watching the channel, watching the videos, peeking in. I know it's Saturday. Don't be shy. We're just trying to get to know each other a little bit. I want to get to know who all is watching the channel. Gwen is a member, so if you want to become a member, do so. Give me some merch ideas. That would be awesome. We have merch, and it goes up to all sizes, which is awesome. I was thinking about making a shirt, Gwen, that says Civics is cool. Because I'm like infatuated right now with Stephen Miller. I don't know why. Just because I think he's super cool. Anything exciting going on with anybody? Are y'all doing anything fun? We were going to go to the MotoGP race today, but it looks like it's going to rain, so we didn't go. Right, Gwen? I mean, that would be funny. I don't know if many people would get it, but I get it, so. Which I think Civics is cool, but he's hilarious to me. But yeah, I'm hoping that Jenny Peach will get on here. I love her name, Jenny Peach. I'm going to get my nails done today. That's my excitement. Let me look at this. This is like insane. Haven't had them done in forever. I've been ordering from Amazon like crazy lately. I don't know what's going on. I know I miss Jenny so much. I have a couple of new folks that have been commenting a lot on my videos. Some people that have discovered the channel, which is really cool. I'm so excited. Trial Junkies has started her channel finally. So I'm excited for her. She does lives late at night, so I'm not up for that. China has been doing lives. She's been doing lives where she's catching up on trials. So that's really cool. Oh my gosh, I saw this interrogation of this woman. I want to find it and play it. Y'all, this interrogation of this woman, I don't know if she actually did it, but I just if she did it, she did it, but if she didn't do it, this is a terrible, to me, this is where, like, lady, you need to ask for a lawyer. Like, this woman should have asked for an attorney right away. I need to find where I was watching it. Because, yes. Let me see if I can share this, because this, it's kind of loud though. I don't know if it's too loud. Let me know if it's too loud. You turn it down a little bit. Could that have possibly happened when I did CPR on her? Because I was pushing her whole body.
These lacerations, I told you, we see this in airplane crash victims.
I love you so much.
Love you too.
Jesus gonna watch over you, and He's gonna protect you and keep you safe.
Okay.
Okay?
I don't know
He's
if y'all
gonna
see
heal
that.
your mind and your soul and your body. And He's gonna cover you.
Okay.
Yep. And there's gonna be a hedge of protection around you. And we're gonna see you again. I don't know when, but we're gonna see you again, my friend. Okay, my friend.
Dark waves that pull me under, secrets buried in the night.
It's not over until the truth comes out.
Drowning in the sound of thunder.
I want to get the interrogation part.
From the light.
My blood was in her veins.
Cold dark.
I don't know whose channel this is, but I want to get to the interrogation part.
I don't know about the extent of injuries on her body.
Well, I can tell you that I've seen her body, and I'm telling you, this didn't come from a scuffle out in front of your apartment. Her injuries are extensive.
Yeah, the only thing that I knew of that was new to me was the spot on her stomach. I don't know where that came from at all. I mean, anything else I told you about, that's what I saw, and I did mention that.
So this all happened yesterday. You
Pretty
got
much.
to tell me how she got hurt like that.
I'm telling you how she got hurt like that.
She didn't get hurt like that.
Well, I can't.
I need you to tell me the truth.
I'm telling you.
That child's injuries did not come from a scuffle out in front of your apartment complex.
Can you tell me what the injury?
I'm telling you.
I'm not trying to be funny at all.
I know you're not
I'm
trying to
really
be
trying to
funny.
figure out, because the only thing I knew about was her face. And then, like I said,
She has bruises all over her abdomen, all over her arms, all over her legs, all over her face, all over her head, all over her neck. She looks like she's been in a fight with an MMA fighter. She didn't get this from a scuffle out in front of your apartment. I'm telling you 100%, no doubt in my mind. I don't doubt that she was beat, but this didn't happen out in front of the apartment complex from some kids.
Wow.
And when she was in the bath,
The most she did was like,
describe that for me. I was just kind of wondering what that was. What do you mean she was sniffing the water? What is it?
like I said, because like I said, after that or whatever, she was laying down in the tub and she was like kind of on her side. So like, I thought she was like just laying in the water and then like maybe blowing the water out her mouth, like out of her mouth area so she can breathe or whatever. But I realized that she was kind of like, it kind of seemed like she was like trying to drink the water or something. Like, I don't really know how to explain what she was doing, because once I seen her doing it, I was just like, okay, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's dangerous.
What'd she say?
She don't talk back. She's just gonna get up and not
She
just
go back.
yeah. She's just gonna stop doing it.
Did you have to get her out of the water or anything like that?
No, but the water was kind of like high to her body. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, if she's laying flat, you see how little she is, and it was like halfway covering up her. So that's why I was like, okay, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
When you got out of the water, how long was she in the bath?
I don't know, because like I said, she ended up staying in there a little while longer because I let her wash herself off, and then she likes to be in the tub. So, she soaked herself up and stuff like that.
Did you wash her like vaginal area and anything like that? Was she especially dirty or anything like that?
What?
Her private parts, her vaginal area.
Did you say was she especially dirty?
Yeah, was she dirty? Because you said she got in a scuffle.
She had on clothes.
But did you have to wash her any like harder than normal? I'm just like other than normal stuff.
No, not at all.
Okay. You said you had to correct her.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
Told her to not do.
That's it?
Yeah.
Just told her not to do it?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm really still stuck on the fact of what you said. I really am.
When she came in, because you said that Richard wasn't there, and she told you that she'd gotten into a scuffle out in front of the building. Did you call him or send him a text? Hey, she got into a fight?
I would say he don't really have a phone. The phone he do have is on Wi-Fi. So typically he's not really going to take that phone because I'm the one that has Janaya.
Mhm.
So in case of an emergency, I need to call somebody, which we don't really have emergencies, and we don't ever really need to call nobody ever.
Okay. As far as discipline, because she is 5, and all of us here have children. We know how 5-year-olds are.
She gets whoopings.
Does she get a whooping? Okay. Explain to me how she gets a whooping.
Honest, it just depends on what she did. She was a very different type of kid. So, like I said, it just depended on what her actions were. Like sometimes she'll have to end up going her, workout, that type of stuff.
What do you mean workout?
Wall sits, right? Because I don't really like whoopings.
Okay.
So
Makes
I
a
make her
5-year-old do
work out,
wall
or
sit?
She stand in the corner.
Give me an idea of an exercise program you put her on for discipline.
Like say if she's been lying, she can do wall sits, and then she can do some push-ups.
Okay, so she'll put her back up against the wall with her legs bent, and then she holds her hands up.
Yes.
How long will you make her do that for?
I would say it's just the case. So I'd say for lying and stuff like that, or trying to be in grown folks' business, it just depends. Like she'll do sets, like you know what I'm saying. So say she'll do count to 10, stand up, and then go down, count to 10, stand up. It's like that. It's not like no extreme workout challenge. It's really simple stuff.
How many push-ups?
10. Everything is count to 10.
Okay. When she gets a whooping, do you use your hand or you use an object, a belt?
I don't really give out the whippings. I leave that to her dad. But if he's not really like there and it's just like, okay, she's being too bad and my form of punishment is not working, then it might be a belt. But yeah, that's about it.
Was she disciplined yesterday?
No, for what?
I'm asking. I know. Was she disciplined
No.
for anything?
No.
What about the day before?
No, we were released the day before. So if she was looking like that, somebody would have seen her like that.
No, I'm saying just as far as discipline. I'm not saying that she looked like that 2 days ago. I'm asking if she was disciplined 2 days ago for anything for being bad.
No.
Like,
Say for example, if anything like yesterday, she don't really like to learn. So when she was pretending not to know a word that she was sounding out, she's really smart. It can take her a minute to do it, but sometimes it can take her longer because she doesn't want to learn. So for that, she had to stand in the corner. But that's the most she had to do yesterday was stand in the corner.
so she stood in the corner yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you remember what time that was? When were you doing studies?
Around 12.
Why did she get put in the corner yesterday again?
Because basically she didn't want to. She knew what a word was, and she was pretending like she didn't know what it was.
A what word?
A word that we were working on. She was pretending like she didn't know what it was. So she ended up getting in trouble.
What was the word?
Fat.
Fat? It's an easy one. Yeah. Is she receptive to discipline? You know, does she...
She can be, but we just work with it.
Okay. Does it frustrate you?
She's fine.
It's typical 5-year-old behavior, yeah? Okay. All right. So occasionally she'll get a whooping with a hand or a belt. She also does, what do you call them? Wall sits?
Yes.
Wall sits and push-ups? Sit-ups, anything like that?
No, squats.
Squats? Okay. Is that against the wall or freestanding?
You know squats. You don't know.
I know what a squat is, yeah.
Yes, for standing.
Okay. All right.
Can I ask you really quick too? I know we had touched on it, but you had said she had complaints last night. What were her complaints? Was she complaining with headache? Was she complaining like she wanted to throw up?
Yeah, no, she didn't ever say she wanted to throw up, but you asked like, oh, does her hair and stuff like that, right? Yeah, she did say, yeah, it hurts a little. And she didn't really, like I said, she's kind of tough, so she doesn't really complain too much. So if something was really bothering her like that, I don't think I would have known because, like I said, she's tough, so she would have probably just tried to sleep it off.
I was just asking because I thought you had said she did have complaints last night. Did I hear that wrong?
No, you had heard it right. Yeah,
Okay.
she did.
So then I just want to be clear that her complaints were that you asked her for head hurt and she said yes.
No, her everything, like, just because of the fact that what happened, and that's part of the reason why she ended up getting the bag because,
Did you tell Richard about the scuffle up front? What did he say?
he was concerned. He asked what I did. And then, it was just Like, he's the type of parent. He's a guy, so he just feels like it'll make her tougher. He was concerned, but you know, he don't really show his emotions like I do.
Did you call the police?
No,
Did you call security?
no,
Did you go knock on any doors?
no, because she was just supposed to be playing outside.
So your little girl comes in, black eye, bloody lip.
I went to go see what was going on, but like I said, by the time I had got out there, it seemed like everything just, even the pool is open.
I mean, you didn't knock on no doors. You didn't say, "Hey, did anybody see anything?" You didn't see my kid get beat up. You didn't ask nobody.
I didn't think about it. And yeah, she was spitting out blood when she came back too. Like her mouth. That's what I was saying. Like her mouth was like it wasn't like really like leaking, but I seen it was like red.
Did she wipe it up with anything?
I cleaned it.
With what?
Tissue.
Tissue.
Just tossed it in the trash. I mean, in the toilet.
Flushed it down the toilet?
Yeah.
Okay. And let me ask you this: is there any domestic violence issues in the home?
No.
Did you ever get in a scuffle with Richard?
I mean, everybody argued, dude.
Everyone argues. I mean, you ever put his hands on him?
No.
We have to ask. Drugs or alcohol use in the house?
I mean, we smoke,
Smoke what?
weed.
It's legal now. I mean, we don't care. Is there anything else?
No.
I mean, we're not here for that. We're not drug people. We're not, is there any meth or any
No.
cocaine we're gonna find in the house or nothing crazy like that? Okay. And we just have to ask.
None of that.
Has anybody other than you or Richard watched Nilo this week?
No.
How would you describe these whippings that she would get? Ever pretty forceful? You should cry.
Who don't? You kids cry after getting yelled at. I had to sit the baby in the corner because she kept fighting her sister.
Okay, but can you describe the lumpies that, like you said, it was with a belt? I mean, pretty forceful, pretty hard.
We don't do weapons with the belt all the time. That's why we do workouts and stuff. But if she do have to get a belt, it's on her butt.
Okay.
First off.
When's the last time she got a whipping with a belt?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Do you think it was within the last 24 hours?
No, or not. She shouldn't have. No. Like I said, she was standing in the corner. That's the most trouble she could have possibly been into.
At any point when
So
she
we're all
was her
just
dad
hearing
by
my voice.
herself? Was how you there?
Not for none of this, I don't think.
And when she moved, or when dad got full custody, was she with mom before that?
Foster care.
Foster
She
care?
was with her mom. Did she went to foster care? She got a back foster
Foster care here or where?
in Colorado.
And if I seem like, I know agitated isn't the right word, I see injuries like this on children. And because you don't have a better explanation other than she was outside and got into a scuffle, that's not good enough. That's not.
I understand
I'm
that.
sorry. It isn't.
Okay.
When a child has that, when her body is bruised from head to toe like that,
I promise you, I'm really trying to figure out.
you're telling me that you didn't seem like it was that big of a deal. And when Richard sees stuff like that, it makes her tougher. Both of her eyes are black. She has two black eyes. She has bruising all over her stomach, her arms, her legs. She looks like she fell out of an airplane. And you're telling me, oh, it was a scuffle outside. And then you didn't call the police. You didn't tell security. You didn't do anything. I'm assuming you've been with this girl for 5 years or for a year. I'm assuming you love this little girl. You take care of her.
She called you mommy, right?
She calls you mommy.
Yeah.
And she comes in beat up and you're like, oh, well,
I'm understanding.
no big deal.
No, it's not no big deal. When she told me I'm ready to go fight, I'm not ready to call the police. I'm not ready to call security. I'm ready to go whip somebody else because you did my child up.
Then why?
That's the type of person I am. I told you when I went out there, it's like everybody had disappeared. Nobody was outside playing no more. The whole situation just completely died down. What am I supposed to really go
You
do?
didn't knock on no neighbor's door and say, hey, did you see anybody put their hands on my kid?
Like I said, I really didn't think about it. I was just ready to whip some ass right then and there. And when I'm in that mode, that's all I'm thinking about. And especially when it comes to her.
All right, you got a little bit of a temper.
No,
No?
when it comes to the right reasons.
Okay.
And somebody putting their hands on her is the right reason.
So if my kid,
And
Yes,
I
ma'am.
didn't know she was, her arms,
yeah,
her legs,
yeah,
her head.
yes.
No, like
I'm
I
not
said,
making
the
this
most
up.
I knew about was her face. But the fact that you're saying is all that, I'm really confused. I'm genuinely confused right now.
Me too.
I didn't know it was that serious.
That's why I want a better explanation.
Can you give me one?
I wasn't there. You were there.
I wasn't outside with her.
You're saying that all those injuries happened to her from a scuffle outside your apartment. That's what you're.
That's the only way I know if it's coming from. I'm being so thorough right now.
All right, that's what we're going to go with. Any follow-up?
Nope, that's it.
Operator, this is Detective Conover. That concludes the interview. The time is 11:52.
Roughly an hour and a half after Chevion's first interview, while still at Sunrise Hospital, she requests to speak to authorities for a second time. This is where her testimony starts to change drastically. For the record, there's no doubt that Chevion Miller is lying about what happened to Janiyah. This is irrefutable. The question, though, is for what purpose is she being deceptive? You'll want to watch this whole documentary before you make up your mind. It's crucial that you're aware of all of the available details first.
It is September 11th, 2019. The time is 13:26 hours. We are at Sunrise Hospital. And also, again, we'll be speaking with Chevion Miller. And Chevion, you said that you had some more information that you wanted to share with us?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that when I called 911 initially and they told me how to do the CPR, water was coming out of her mouth and nose. So I don't know if that had anything to do with anything, but her mouth and nose had water coming out of it as I was doing the CPR.
Water.
Yes.
Okay. And you were getting instructions on the phone about how to do
As I
CPR?
was on the phone doing the CPR. This is why I'm really that. I completely forgot about that. It was as I'm pumping, it's water coming out of her mouth, just
You mean,
flowing
has
out of her
anybody heard
mouth and her
about
nose
the case?
on the floor,
I
right
just
in
saw
front of
it.
the couch.
Did
Pop on my
anything else
YouTube.
come up with the water?
It was like mucus. As a matter of fact, I think she had some spit like hanging out her. I don't know how I'm forgetting everything that I needed to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, she had like one out. That's what made me even acknowledge it too. She had like spit hanging out her mouth and stuff when I went to go check on her again. And then, like I said, once I called and did the CPR, it was water coming out of her mouth and nose. It was water coming out, and the only thing I could think of, she just kept saying, just checking to see if she's breathing. And that's the only thing I was worried about. I didn't even say, oh, it's water coming out while I was on the phone. I was just trying to check and see if she was breathing. I don't know if that has something to do with the fact that she was drinking the water in the tub or whatever it was that she was doing in the tub. So it's like, I really don't know.
When did she get it back?
Like last night,
What's happened?
probably right before dinner. So like 7.
Was Richard there?
I'm not sure. I don't know, because I feel like when around the time when it was time for her to go to bed and stuff, I feel like he came like right after she went to bed.
Oh, sorry.
Traumatized, if you would choose to say. Like,
Did she dress herself after a bath, or did you dress her?
I typically dress him.
And I know I asked you this before. When you got her dressed after the bath, you didn't notice any of these other bruises that we've been talking about. Because remember, I said her body's covered. Didn't
No,
notice
that's what
any
I'm
of that.
saying. I would have noticed it getting her up the tub. I really did not notice all that stuff. I genuinely, I'm telling you, like even with her head, like the fact that you're saying her head is, whatever you're saying is going on with her head, I'm really like surprised. The only thing that I know of that she could have possibly done, but my nieces haven't even been around, they headbutt each other a lot. But my niece haven't even been around her.
Right.
So it's just like, I'm not understanding at all where she would be getting these head injuries from.
Okay. Obviously, we're going to find out what more injuries we're going to have tomorrow after the exam.
More.
What other injury? We don't know. I don't know what's inside. I don't know what's going on. So that's up to a doctor to tell us what
She having
caused.
general injuries?
I don't know. I have no idea. So we're going to have the doctor examine. If there are other injuries, we're going to know. We're going to find out.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Is there anything else we're forgetting to ask you? Anything else that would have happened that might have caused these things?
No, but now, like I said, I'm kind of upset that I didn't tell you guys about that water from the beginning, because that's the only thing that I could really think about at this point is that water. And it was coming out of her when I was doing CPR.
And when he leaves,
Like I said, when he left, I went right back to sleep.
okay.
So
Did you see her at that time?
no, I didn't get up until a few hours later.
No, you were awake, but you didn't get up out of bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was up, but I didn't get up.
Did you see you say?
Yeah, because I was, matter of fact, I'm lying. I did get up. I had to lock the door.
Oh, you locked the door behind you.
Yes, I did. I forgot because I just heard it was a serial killer on the loose.
What the?
How ironic is that? So I ended up, I'm like, babe, you know, I'm just going to lock this door because it's crazy out here. But I didn't really acknowledge her. I just went back to the room. That's why I'm not remembering that, you know, I did get up at that point in time, but I didn't check on her until I woke up later on.
Okay.
And then, you know, I realized she was different than normal. And then I just kind of still kind of brushed it off because, like I said, the way she was looking, I really thought she was possibly just laying there. And then I realized, like I said, she's not getting up. Okay, let me go check on her again, make sure everything all right. And then I realized, okay, something's wrong. Like I said, that's when she had to spit on her pillow. And then that's what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm missing the stuff that matters. And then that's when I realized, okay, she's a little cold. Let me turn the heater on. Then I called her dad, like, okay, something's not right. And then I called 911, which I probably should have called 911 first and then her dad. But I just wanted him to know, okay, you're going to have to go to the hospital because once I get on the phone with the ambulance, I'm not going to be able to call you. And that's pretty much how it was.
A few days ago, Richard told us about an incident that happened a few days ago.
What happened if you doesn't?
With you have a girlfriend named Deshanae,
Uh-huh.
and was she over there visiting you guys at your place with her kids?
Yeah.
Do you remember something happening that day?
That might have been the day me and her left. So I'm not, like, I don't know. We be kind of busy sometimes too. So it's just like my sister hasn't really been over there. I mean, like, it probably was the other day, but I don't really remember exactly what day it was because it was like right before we got the little girls. So it was the other day, but I don't remember, you know.
Is Deshanae your sister? Or
No.
she's a friend?
She's my friend, but
What's her last name?
Johnson. What did he say happened with her?
Well, I don't want to tell you what he said. I want to see if you were. So I want to see if you were there. If you remember an incident that happened.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I was there because I know it's always something like that's.
Did
what I
he
was
tell you
saying.
about an incident?
I'm not sure. Like, that's what I can't guarantee because I know for a fact she ended up headbutting with my niece. I don't know for sure exactly, you know, what it could possibly be that he's talking about.
Did he tell you that something happened?
It's always something happening.
It's something that you would go, oh, okay. When I say something happened, I mean it's something that's serious that you would go, oh, okay, that's what happened.
Or she would have gotten a whooping.
Oh, where she got a whooping?
Hmm.
Was it she was kissing the girls on the mouth or something?
Nope.
Oh, then I don't know. I don't know for sure.
So were you there when that happened? Did you see that?
When she was kissing the girls on the mouth?
Hmm.
Did I see that happen? I was there that day. I don't think he was there. That's what I'm saying. I don't know because it's always something going on. We always have kids at the house. Like, this is not nothing new for us to have kids around, you know? My nieces are always over. We are babysitting. We were supposed to babysit today. So it's like, it's not really anything new that we're always having kids around, especially little girls. So it's like,
Did he tell you that he had to spank her with a belt?
He don't run his stuff by me. Not really. He don't run his.
So you don't have, that's just not something that come in conversation. Hey, by the way, I had to spank her today for blah, blah, blah.
If I had to whoop her, I'm going to run that by him.
Mm-hmm.
But if he had to whoop his daughter, he doesn't have to run that by me. I just told you what she got into, you know, with the most recent thing that she did. So it's just like, I don't know what that could have possibly been. And it's been a few days since my nieces have been over or my sister's been over. So I don't really recall too much.
Okay. This case is going to be solved medically. Not me. I'm not a doctor. I don't do that. But when I'm at the autopsy tomorrow, I'm going to know everything that's wrong with Janila.
No, yeah.
I know
that.
everything.
And that's what I'm saying. The only thing I can think of at this point that could have possibly happened was that water. And like I said, when I was pumping her,
the only
that
two
stuff was
people
coming out of
that have had contact with that baby
is me and her.
is you and him.
Right.
So somebody ain't telling me the story.
No.
Somebody's not telling me the truth. Babies don't get full of water all on themselves.
I told you what she was doing.
So not from that. Well, that was at 7, 8 o'clock. This is 10 hours later. She's not still full of water. It's not. It didn't happen.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she was drinking it. I feel like she was breathing it in.
I know, but then she would have expired while she was taking a bath. She can't be full of water 10 hours later while you're giving her CPR. That's impossible.
I don't know.
I'm gonna know more tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I want you to be prepared for me tomorrow.
Okay. I didn't do anything to her. I'm telling you, I put her in the tub and she was laying there. She was laying in the tub. It wasn't like for when I give her bath too much for me to possibly have done something like putting her under the water or something like that.
Did she accidentally drown in the water last night? And
I'm not sure
you're just
because
not
at a
saying
certain
anything
point in
until now?
time, I did walk off.
Well, what I'm saying, last night before bed, and she's in the bathtub, did she drown while she was in the bathtub? And you're scared to tell us that she drowned And that's how this other story came up with checking on her throughout the night. And then you finally call for paramedics in the morning. You know, obviously, you know that you have to call somebody and report that your child has passed away. So with the water coming up out of her,
honestly
it
would
makes
not,
me believe that maybe she had drowned.
I would not have waited that long to say something because I would have felt like there was possibly a chance that somebody could have saved her. Now, if anything, maybe my time frames are wrong, but other than that, I'm literally telling you that's what that was. Like I said, maybe my time is off, and maybe, you know, the night was a little later, but other than that, no, I'm literally telling you that's what happened. I didn't.
So when she was done with her bath, she was fine. She got dressed. She went and you put her to bed, gave her a kiss on the cheek goodnight, and you and Richard went to bed. But she got out of the bathtub. You dressed her.
Mm-hmm.
She went and laid down on the couch, went to bed.
Yes.
Okay. She didn't drown in the bathtub. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Or not that I know of.
Not that you know of. Well, I mean, you would know you were there. You know the difference between drowning in a bathtub and not drowning in a bathtub, right?
I mean, I guess so, but I don't think.
If a child drowns in the bathtub, they're dead. They're dead in the bathtub.
Well, I think I would have had more knowledge of why the water was coming out of her like that.
Did you find her dead in the bathtub
I don't.
earlier?
No.
You can tell me. That would explain a lot. That makes more sense now. If you're telling me that she had water coming out of her while you were giving her CPR, that makes sense. This is the time to tell me the truth.
There was water coming out of her. But I wouldn't wait hours to call for help. That's not making no boat.
Tell me what happened to me. Tell me what happened to this little girl.
I am.
You can do it. You're strong enough. You are. I believe in you. But you got to tell me the truth. You got to tell me what happened to her. She deserves that.
I told you she was laying there. She was laying in the tub, first of all. Why? Just saying, would that even be believable if I pumped the water out of her already? You can't see water in her lungs if it's already pumped out of her.
During the autopsy, if she drowned, there will be medical signs that will tell us that she drowned. We'll be able to know that, Mom.
There was water coming out of her.
I believe you.
Can we discuss this tomorrow? Please.
You should tell us now. It's best if you tell me now what happened. I want to know what happened to this little girl.
I'm not trying to go to jail for something I didn't do, that nobody did.
Tell us what happened. Tell us when you found her.
What?
When did she drown?
I don't know for sure if she drowned or not. I thought she was just laying there. I don't want to go to jail for something I didn't do.
There was 2 people in that apartment.
Her dad was not there. He didn't do that. Nobody purposely harmed her like that.
Then tell me how it was an accident.
Okay, I really can't.
That little girl deserves the truth.
I do completely understand that, and I'm giving you the truth. I really am. But I just don't.
You were a mother to her. She thought of you as her mama. She called you mama.
I know all that. That's not really going to help. I want to know that I'm not going to go to jail for something that wasn't done purposefully or something that I didn't do, something that he didn't do. Neither one of us sat there and hurt her like that on purpose or ever tried to.
But Shavion, you won't tell me what happened.
I just want to know I'm not going to go to jail for something that.
Explain what happened to me. Tell me how it was an accident. You're strong enough. You can do this. You love that little girl. I know you do. Tell me the story so it'll make sense. Please.
I don't know what happened. Like I said, she got into the scuffle. And I ended up putting her in the tub. I don't know exactly what time. The water was just running. And I wasn't paying attention.
And what time was this?
I don't know what time it was.
Was it? You think it was nighttime?
It was nighttime.
Was Richard there?
No.
How long was she in the bathtub for?
She wasn't in there that long.
Did you start the water for her, or did she start her own water?
I turned the water on.
Okay.
I filled it up and then I walked off.
Did you turn the water off?
I didn't turn it off yet.
Did she turn it off?
No.
When you went back into the bathroom, was the water running?
I ended up turning it off.
Okay.
Then I walked off and I came back and like I said, she was laying in the tub. I got her out and I tried my best.
When she was in the tub, was she face down or was she face up?
I don't know, because like I said, she was laying in the tub at 1st and she was laying there like, you know, on her back and stuff, just waiting on the water to fill up. I don't know what happened after that. I just grabbed her out the tub, and that's where I think that mark came from on her stomach, from me trying to get her out the tub, and she was like laying over the tub. Because like I said, that mark and stuff on her stomach was not there. I don't know where that came from. I don't know even know if that sounds realistic or not, but that wasn't on her. Nobody, like, even when you're saying like the bruises, nobody don't beat on her like that.
Okay. So
You can ask my sister. She was living with us for a couple months. I don't even whoop Janai.
So when you pulled her out of the tub, was she breathing?
I thought she was. I thought she was. I really did. That's why I just laid her down and go to bed. She, you know, she was able to get dressed and stuff like I don't know. I don't know if I'm like,
She got up and she got dressed.
no, I'm saying like I got her dressed, but
You dressed her.
yeah, I always dress her. It's just, I don't know. I just thought, you know, she was going to be okay. I thought she was going to be fine. I didn't know that something was wrong. I would have called sooner. I would not have let her sit there like that. I feel horrible. I have to go talk to her dad, and I still haven't seen him. He left the house with her, understandably alive, as he thought, as we all thought. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like she was fine. I don't know.
Is it possible that when you pulled her out of the tub that she had already passed away? Was she dead when you pulled her out of that water?
I don't know.
Did she?
I just want her to be okay.
Did you put a blanket over her?
I dried her off. And I put her clothes on her and I laid her down because I thought she was just tired. To go to jail.
Did something happen before the bath where you might have been upset with her? Anything like that?
No.
Did you tell Richard about what happened in the bathtub?
I didn't talk to him until I thought she was fine.
How long was she in the bathtub alone?
I always leave her in the tub alone.
How long do you think?
Like 30 minutes. Not even that long. I can't calculate time. I cannot. Time is just not my friend.
So she was on her stomach, but her head was to the side.
Yeah.
30
Was she
minutes.
floating on top of the water? Or was she under the
She was
water?
on the water. And then, I don't know, I just
Would you be able to show us
show you what.
how she was in the water?
I mean,
Did you try to do CPR when you got her out of the tub? You did. Okay. Did water come out when you did CPR?
and then I called her dad and then I called my mom.
I mean, after you pulled it. So was the bath this morning, not last night? Because you said she took a bath last night and she was floating in the water last night. So when you pulled her out of the tub last night before you dressed her, put her on the couch, did you do CPR then? Did you try and revive her?
No,
No.
I didn't.
You just got her dressed and put her on the couch?
I couldn't say anything. I really thought she was fine. She's kind of dramatic sometimes. So I thought she was just playing along or something. I didn't know. That's why I tell her all the time, stop being so dramatic, because when somebody really needs to know what's going on, they're not going to know.
There was no way for her to tell you what was going on because she had already passed away. She couldn't tell you.
No, maybe not. Maybe she didn't. Like I said, my time is off. My time is off for when the timing was. I don't know what time it was. All I know was just dark outside.
Weren't you concerned that when you had to pull her from the tub? I mean, she must have been just limp. She must have been just lifeless.
Like I said, my time is on. I wouldn't leave for that long.
How come you didn't call for help?
I did.
Last night after the tub you didn't.
She got.
I know
back
you did this morning.
What?
How come you waited so long?
She got a bath this morning.
She got a bath this morning. After he had already left? Okay.
So I couldn't tell him.
Okay. That makes sense. That's better.
No,
What happened during the bath?
I don't know. She, like I said, she was just laying down, chilling, and then all of a sudden I come back and it's just like everything is just wrong. So when I got her out, I laid her down for a second because I don't know. I just thought she was kidding. I really thought she was kidding with me. I really did, because she's just that type of kid. Like, she play and she do goofy stuff like that. So I really thought she was kidding with me for a second. And that's where I messed up at, thinking that it was a joke. thinking that she was just playing. I didn't want that to happen. I didn't mean for that to happen. And I don't want to go to jail.
So now that the day's a little more clear, the timeline is better because the bath was this morning, not last night, because he told us she didn't get a bath last night. So we already knew that. Well, what time did you put her in the tub this morning? Was it after he left?
This was a little bit after he left.
Okay.
Because I ended up getting up to lock the door. She was already up. So I was like, let me go and get ready because we were supposed to be packing to move today. And I just wanted to get certain things out the way like that. She'll be dressed and ready for the day. And it just went sour.
When you say it went sour, what do you mean?
She's not here anymore. That's what I mean. She's not here anymore. She's not. That's my fault. So what's going to happen to me now?
I don't know. We got to talk about it more.
But you know what? It's a lot more helpful now that we know the truth.
Because it makes sense. It does.
We were thinking a lot worse stuff. I mean, we weren't thinking you were a monster. We were thinking you had an accident or something happened.
It was an accident.
Absolutely. Sounds like it to me.
Did you put her in the bathtub this morning and run the water for her?
But she was already laying down when I was running the water. Like, before you even get the water in there, she was already laying down.
Laying on her stomach, on her back?
No, she was laying on her back, just chilling, waiting on the tub to fill up. That's what I said.
But she was awake.
Have
She
you
was
heard
wide
of this
awake.
one, Gwen?
Then just out of nowhere, she's on her stomach and her head's on her side. And I'm like, what the fuck?
So that's when you took her out of the tub?
Yeah.
And was she breathing?
I didn't know. I thought she was still playing. I thought she was still playing and she was tricking me. I really did.
Okay.
I thought she was tricking me this whole time. I thought she was breathing. I did. I really did.
So did you take her out of the tub? Did you drain the water?
Yes.
And then once you took her out of the tub, what did you do?
I thought she was just playing. I got her dressed and I laid her back down because I thought she was just tired. That might sound crazy, but I haven't ever lived through nothing like that before. And with the type of kid we have, I'm just thinking it's all fun and games. So I'm like, okay, Janai, it's not funny no more. You need to go and get up. And she's still not saying nothing to me. So I'm like going in her mouth trying to see if she needs oxygen or something. Like I was just playing at that point. I wasn't even taking it seriously. So I'm just like, okay, if you don't need me doing this, then let me know. And she's still not saying nothing. So I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And that's when I was like, okay, no. I had to call her dad. Like, Janai's not breathing. And then that's when he was like, okay, hurry up and call the hospital.
So when you had taken her out of the tub and you thought she was playing, because she was unresponsive.
Yeah.
She was limp, I'm guessing. And then did you start to give her breaths, you're saying? Yes? Okay, because you're nodding yes. And then you thought she was playing.
Yes, I still thought she was playing.
Okay, so the interview that I saw was, I didn't see these interviews. The interview that I saw, I was like, oh, heck no, because it looked like the cops were like trying to get her to confess to something she didn't do, because I didn't know about all this other stuff because I had not heard about this. So I thought it was the cops like browbeating her into confessing to something. So I hadn't seen all this. I had not heard of this story. So it was like, cops doing the cop thing and interrogating the crap out of someone. And the whole time I'm going, ask for a lawyer, which he should have asked for a lawyer to begin with. Every case I always say, you should ask for a lawyer, whether you're innocent or not. You should always ask for a lawyer. You should never speak to cops, period. I don't care if you're innocent, guilty, whatever. You should always ask for an attorney. But again, the interview that I saw, this now, yes, Gwen, when you hear the next interview, you'll be like, what? So.
How much time went by until you called Richard from the time you said, because you said you were breathing in her mouth?
After I thought she was playing, because I couldn't breathe. When I was trying to blow the air in her mouth, I couldn't really blow it in. It was almost like she was cooling her mouth. So it was almost like I couldn't even blow the air in her mouth. So I'm just like, okay, you playing. I'm going to just leave you alone. I covered her back up. But when I came back, she had that look on her face. And I'm just like, something's wrong. You're not changing. You're not blinking. You're not responding to me at all. Like at some point in time, Mommy, I'm just kidding. Something would change. And it's just like at no point in time, I went in the room and everything. Nothing changed. And at that point, I'm just like, okay, no, something's wrong. And I waited too long.
How much time do you think went by?
I don't know.
And that was when you called Richard? And then he told you to call for help?
I didn't even stay on the phone with him for a minute.
Okay. And then you called us?
I wonder how much time she got.
And then did you do CPR again with the upper?
Yes.
Okay.
You should have just said that for me at the beginning.
Is there anything else we need to know about? Did she slip? Did she hit her head?
That's what I was thinking. Like, I've been trying to figure that out this whole time. Because she had possibly slipped and hit her head in the tub. Like, how could I miss that?
You said she was laying down when you put her in.
Exactly. So that idea went out the window. What happened?
Operator, this is Detective Conover. Same person as present. We're going to stop for now. Time is 14:07.
As you can see, within the short space of time between Chevion's first and second interviews, the timeline she initially gave police has been completely disrupted. And I think the important question there is why. We could spend a lot of time playing spot the difference and create a whole new timeline based on her second interview. But I think the main point of contrast is the fact that Chevion now is claiming Janiah's bath happened on the early morning of September 11th, not the night before, sometime just before 911 was called. And this certainly changes the dynamic. She further claims that Janiah wasn't responsive and acting normal after the bath, stating that she thought Janiah was just playing around or being dramatic. Janiah's body was in fact loose or limp when she was carried out of the tub. She was also laid over the tub, something Chevion didn't mention in her first interview. In fact, Chevion's first interview paints the picture that Janiah was responsive, active, and totally coherent, at least in the bath and shortly after getting out of it. But the child's condition must have been bad enough to cause some concern because Chevion proceeded to blow breaths into Janiah's mouth before she called 911. Yet after this and dressing her, Chevion left Janiah on the couch and went back to bed. When she finally checks on the child again, 911 is called. This is where Chevion adds that water was coming out of Janiah's mouth as she performed CPR on the girl, while under the instruction of the emergency dispatcher. Now tell me, at what point in this new timeline would you have called for help? And if someone going through this experience didn't call for help, what might be their reasons? There's so much conflicting information in Chevion's first two interviews. There's so much obvious deception. But that big question still lies in that one single word. Why? Why lie?
This is the one that I saw.
This little girl.
Yeah.
Who's going to tell us what happened to this little
No, I don't know where that came from.
I do.
What?
I do.
Where did it come from?
It came from you.
No, it didn't.
It did.
It did not. I'm telling you it didn't.
You don't. It's okay.
No, it's not. I'm not gonna. No, this is not okay.
You did it. And we know.
No, I didn't.
And we know it.
What did I
But
do?
you have to explain to me why.
What did I do? If you know that I did that.
What did she do that was so bad?
What did I do? If you know I did that to her. How did I possibly do that?
You beat her to death.
No,
You did.
no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I did not.
Those injuries that we saw, that type of injury
No.
comes from car crashes, from airplane crashes, and from people to fall from extreme heights off of the top of buildings.
No.
This isn't an accident.
No,
This
she
was
wasn't
intentional.
alive when she got in the tub. This was not intentional. She was very well and alive.
Chevion.
I don't know what could have possibly happened. I did not beat her to death. I did not. I really didn't.
Well, there's only two people in that apartment.
I didn't. I don't know how that possibly happened.
And Richard's one. That's it. And by the look of your neck and by the look of your wrists, that's somebody who feels guilty.
That I did not do it.
Why else would you try and hurt yourself?
I didn't do enough. I thought she was playing.
I think you did enough.
I didn't help her when she should have been helped.
That's right, because that's your job to protect her.
Exactly.
And I don't know if you lost your cool, if she did something
What?
to upset you,
Oh my gosh.
but this is the time to explain it. Because all
I cannot explain this.
Because the medical evidence is what it is.
Can I see the rest of the medical evidence, please?
Oh, there'll be plenty of time for that.
No,
You
it's
saw
not
the
plenty
picture
of
of
time
her?
for that. No, I need to know. I need to know what else you guys, because this is really mind-blowing to me right now.
Her internal injuries were so beat up that she fled to death.
No.
Yes,
She had no plenty of time to have blood coming out of her.
inside her belly. Inside her belly.
No. No.
They took so much blood out of her belly. I have never seen that much blood.
This has to be a joke.
It's not. I trust you. Listen, this is far from a joke. But once you tell
Are
me
you
the truth, you'll
serious?
feel better. I promise you, you'll feel better.
I cannot feel better about something I didn't do.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Chevy, stop.
I'm telling you, I did not.
The time for this,
No.
this is over.
No.
It is.
No.
You told me that Richard was gone. You told me he was gone, that he checked out. He was at the clinic. We know that the injury to her liver was so severe that she died within minutes of the injury. He wasn't in the apartment.
She was alive. She was alive. There was no reason she could have possibly died from an injury like that when she was alive the whole time in the tub until I walked off.
Tell me what happened.
I walked off from her. That was it.
No.
Yes.
The time for sticking to this story is over. You can't fight evidence. We have medical evidence that shows how she died. This isn't a game. This isn't a joke. I'm not trying to.
She had water coming out of her.
I agree. She did have water coming out of her. That's not what killed her. What? She bled to death.
No, she didn't. I'm telling you, no. Janiyah was alive in the tub.
Tell me what happened.
No.
Please.
I didn't do anything.
Please explain to me why this beautiful little girl that just turned 5, she should be running around with pigtails in her hair. She should be swimming and playing with her friends. But unfortunately,
We were just doing all that stuff.
she can't do that anymore.
We were just doing all of that stuff with her. That doesn't add up.
She should be doing that.
I really don't know where that. No, I don't know where that came from. I do not know.
This is the time to tell me.
I'm telling you, I don't know.
You have to tell me the truth.
I'm telling you.
Please don't let this little girl's death go unjustified.
I'm telling
Please
you.
don't do that to her.
I'm telling you.
She doesn't deserve it. She's an innocent.
There is
beautiful
no
little
way.
girl.
I'm telling you, there is no way
Help me.
that she could have possibly. I told you, the most that I know of that hurt her, she got into a scuffle. I didn't even realize she had that bruise on her stomach until that day.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen. Look at me. Look at me. Hey.
Okay, so I need to hear, like, if that was the interview that I saw. So I'm looking at this interview and she is adamant. Like, she's adamant, and this cop is like straight up like, no, this is what we found. And she's like, no. Like, no. That is not what happened. That is so, I mean, you tell me. Like, she's like, no, she was alive when in the tub. So that is not what happened. I don't know where you're getting this internal stuff, but that's not what happened. Like, so she's like, none of that happened. So maybe she, something happened as far as maybe she drowned, or maybe that was an accident or whatever. That part was true, but this whole internal stuff, she's just like, no. So, I mean, what do you think about that part of the interview? I don't know. To me, because that's the only interview I saw. So I'm thinking she's pretty adamant. Like, I didn't do that. That was not me. I'm just curious, because to me, I mean, they are adamant about this, that you did this. And she's very adamant, like, no, I did not. I did not do that. So I know her story changed in the other 2 interviews, but she's pretty dead on that I did not do that. That is not what I did. I did not do that. Like, maybe I left her and maybe she did really drown, but this part, y'all are trying to get me on something that I did not do. Right. Something doesn't add up, but I still feel like the cops are just straight up trying to put her into something that I don't know. But again, I'm screaming attorney. The same thing with Michael. Like, Michael should have asked for an attorney. He's been through this process before. He should have been like, give me a lawyer. Because she straight up like, show me what it is you think because Michael did the same thing. Like, show me. Like in Michael's situation, they did not say we are from homicide. Like these cops, she knows they're from homicide, you know. But the cops that interviewed Michael did not say we're from homicide. We're investigating a murder. We're investigating a murder. We have a few questions to ask you. No, they came at him all fake. They were like, first of all, we're talking about some glasses that were stolen. And, you know, so he's thinking he's in there for these glasses. Yeah, they lied from the start, from jump. We're talking to you about some glasses that we found at a pawn shop, which I don't know if that's true, if there's some serial numbers on these expensive glasses and blah, blah, blah. I don't know how true that is. Apparently they did have something about the glasses. So they must have known about that, but they didn't tell him, hey, we're investigating a murder. We have a few questions to ask you. No, that Sergeant Ford guy came at him, like cussing at him right away. You know, we know where's the girl, well, you know, talking about some girl. And Michael's just completely like, what about what girl? I don't know anything about a girl. I don't know anything about anything. And also when he came at him about you jumped this wall, Michael was like, dude, that's not me. I did not jump a wall. But you see how quickly he finally was like, okay, fine. I went over a wall, but he doesn't even know if he actually went over a wall. He just finally was like, fine, I went over a wall. But he's the whole time he's adamant. That's not me. That's not me. But you see how quickly he went into the whole, okay, fine, that's me. Just to get out of that room. That's how they quickly go into whatever they got to say to get out of that room. Fine, that's me. I went over the wall. But they don't even know if that's actually him going over the wall. You see how they just put a green circle over a blob that entire time. Like, yep, that's you. They don't know if that's him. So again, I want to show y'all this article that I found about Samantha. Because I'm trying to find all the articles that I can find about Samantha, which is very odd that, you know, people don't know these articles are out there and no one has looked into this, which is also odd. Yeah, they even admitted once that one of the green circles wasn't him. So we have this argument. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, darn it. I do this every time. I hit the wrong button. I don't know if you can see this article about Samantha, but if not, you can look up the article. It's the slain synagogue leader. That's how they have it written. And this is on Fox News, breaking news. No suspect yet in killings of synagogue leader. So not only is this was on, darn it, MSNBC. It was on, again, a press conference where Joe Biden was looking at this. KJP did a press conference about this. Fox News said something about this. But this is also an article where Samantha Wall attended a festive wedding Friday night and mingled with many of her friends, including Michigan Senator, hours before she was stabbed to death in her front yard. The shocking death of the beloved 40-year-old Detroit native has deeply shaken the local community and forever linked a profound tragedy to the bride and groom's nuptials. Detroit Police Chief James White told reporters at a press conference Monday that the murder was not a hate crime and the investigation has focused on the wedding as that was Wall's last location before heading home. So I found this article that is very important because by all accounts, she was not in any discomfort, in any distress. She was her normal, positive, and pleasant self as described by some people that we have interviewed, White said of the guests who interacted with her. Here she is with her friend. It was at the Freedom Hill Banquet and Event Center. Miriam Nohemi and Jake Stone tied the knot at the Freedom Hill Banquet Center in Sterling Heights, which sits directly in front of the Michigan Lottery Amphitheater. Video posted on YouTube shows the elated couple dancing as Wall, wearing a stylish blue dress and nude pumps, appears to stand nearby, clapping and smiling. Wall sat at a table with Michigan State Senator Stephanie Chang, which, by the way, I have reached out to, at the wedding. They attended the University of Michigan together, and Wall served as her campaign manager for her last election. Last night, we talked about how excited she was for a new job opportunity and that things in Lafayette Park, my old neighborhood, and her current one were going well. So this is a very interesting comment that she made. And she also made this comment at Samantha Wall's funeral that Samantha Wall was going to a new job. That is significant because where was this new job? We were so happy to both be there for a good friend's beautiful wedding. Chang said that Wall, in her typical fashion, instantly became friends with the people sitting next to them at the table. She also posted a photo of them and two of them and posing with the bride and groom. She was happy. She was having fun. Chang told Live Now from Fox, "My last memories of her will always be happy and positive." Chang left the venue before Wall. Police said that Wall arrived home at 12:30 a.m., but didn't say whether she drove the approximately 25 miles to her home or took a car service. Now that's significant because her phone should track her either way, whether she drove home or whether she took a car service. Neighbors of slain synagogue leader reveals second ominous incident over the weekend. Investigators plan to comb the street cameras to determine the route she took home and whether another car may have followed her. At 6:30 a.m., police responded to a 911 call of an unresponsive person in the upscale Lafayette Park neighborhood and found Wall on the ground in front of her townhome and a trail of blood leading inside. This is a possible route right here that she could have taken from the event center to her home. Now, I'm looking at how many cameras there are, green light cameras from this route. While White would not provide a possible motive for the attack, but he said there were no signs of forced entry and Wall had her phone and ID with her. The day after the wedding and before learning of her friend's tragic slaying, Naomi posted a photo on Facebook of her in her elegant white dress beside her beaming groom, officially Jake and Miriam Stone, on cloud nine from last night, she wrote under the image. After news of Wall's murder garnered national headlines, Naomi appeared to have scrubbed her Facebook account. So we believe this incident was not motivated by anti-Semitism and this suspect acted alone, said White, adding that investigators were close to naming a suspect. Close to naming a suspect. Wall was president of the Isaac Agree Downtown Synagogue. Before that, she had worked for Congresswoman Elisa Slotkin and on the re-election campaign of Attorney General Dana Nessel, both Democrats. Wall also co-founded the Muslim Jewish Forum of Detroit to foster a positive relationship between the two communities. Sam is already missed, and the brutality of her death is beyond words. Detroit, Michigan, and the world were so lucky to have her light shine for the 40 years we had her, Chang wrote. So doesn't that seem odd to anyone? Doesn't that seem odd? that was on Fox News, MSNBC, KJP did an entire press conference about it. MSNBC, I mean, all these news channels, it was on national television. It was national. The bride scrubbed her Facebook account. Chang spoke at her funeral. And by the way, listening to Chang's speech at her funeral, you could barely listen to because Chang was crying and sniffling the entire speech at her funeral. Hi, Lisa. I mean, insane the amount of people. Dana Nessel spoke at her funeral. And no one has said a dang word about this. So I just don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm just trying to understand how people like who have taken children's lives, who have taken other, I mean, just so many lives have gone that have been taken, and they're serving less than 20 years in prison. And Michael gets 15 years for lying. And again, the jury has even spoken and said that they didn't understand what they were picking on the jury instructions. They didn't know what was happening. They didn't understand. And here we are, and Samantha is not getting justice. And I hate to keep harping on that. I don't hate harping on this. I'm sorry. I take that back. I don't hate to keep harping on this. This is something that needs to be talked about, because when I look at the interrogation of Michael and how his interrogation went, and, you know, you have good cop, sort of good cop with Lane, who's like, here's what I got. I don't know what I'm talking about, but, you know, here's pictures of you walking. You're walking downtown Detroit like that's a crime. We got pictures of you. Big freaking deal. Oh, and this is you. This is you. And Michael's like, that's not me. That's not me. That's me, but that's not me. And then Ford comes in. He's like, that's you. That's you. And then later he's going to cuss him out, basically. And I mean, just come in with full force bull in a china shop. And Michael's like, yo, dude, okay, that's me. Okay, that's me. I mean, he's just trying to get out of the room. That's what people do, because they're just like, okay, fine, whatever I got to say. I just got to get to work. Michael's like, I just need to get to work, man. So, yeah, they started lying right out of the gate. But that's the thing. Cops are allowed to lie. Cops are allowed to lie to get what they want to say. But when I continue that video of Michael being interrogated, when they show that homicide card, Michael is going to be like, whoa. I am in the wrong room, man. And there's more to the story about those sunglasses. Okay. Michael the sunglass situation is there's more to that story. So Michael didn't want to go into the whole, so there's no point. There was no point in him going into the full story about the sunglasses. But it's true. He didn't beat anybody up. He didn't like, yo, man, give me your sunglasses. So he did. The guy dropped the sunglasses. He took the sunglasses. He sold the sunglasses, whatever. So it wasn't any big deal. But much like Lane's saying, he's like, oh, this is a little gray area. Whatever, dude. Like, it's not like he was doing anything wrong. And all Michael really was doing that night, he was checking cars, and he was taking pictures of cars, but he wasn't out stealing cars. And for Lane to go from checking cars to like, oh, we have a lot of cars being stolen in the area. I mean, he took a big jump, but like I said in my video, you have to have all of your stuff kind of buttoned up before you start accusing people of things. But because they knew Michael had a background, they just brought him in and thought that he might give them more information, you know, because that's what I did in my interviews and interrogations. Like, I had enough on people that they were going to go to jail. They were going to go to jail anyway. But your hope is that they'll tell on themselves more. I mean, I've had cases where I only had, you know, I had enough evidence that I had about maybe $500 or $600 on them, but I've had confessions of $10,000 or more. And that's your goal. Your goal is to get them to confess to even more, because, you know, you want to know what they've been doing this entire time. I've had internal thefts where I've seen them on video. I have proof of them, walking out the door with, 5 bags of merchandise. Or I've caught them, I've investigated and been in the building when they didn't know it, where I've caught them taking out of the building, 5 bags. But, they'll confess to me that they've been doing it for 5 months and I didn't know it. So that's what you want to hear. You want to hear them be like, man, look, I'm not making enough money here. My kids, I got 6 kids. So yeah, I've been stealing, clothes for my kids for the last 5 months, and that sucks to have to hear somebody that you've worked with for 2 years, and they confess to you that they've been stealing that. Now it's up to 10 grand. So, but that's what you do. But I've never gone into an interview where I didn't have everything locked up into a neat little box tied with a bow on it. Because I already have all those answers. I have the what, when, where, and how they're doing it, period. I just don't have the why. That's why I sit somebody down in front of me and have my investigation, period. I know who's doing it, when they're doing it, what they're doing, how they're doing everything. I have all that. I just need to know why they're doing it. Why are you doing this? Because I have all those answers, because when I sit them down, I already know they're going to jail. I already know everything. I got it all. I just want to know why. Why are you doing it? I don't even need to interview the person. I can call the cops on them right now and have them arrested. I just want to know why. What made you go from an honest person to not being honest? Period. That's the entire point of the interview. Cops don't need that. Cops can lie to you. They can make up anything they want to. This entire interview with Michael, they're like, we have all this evidence. We've been following you all this time. That's why Michael even says, dude, you're the one following me. You tell me. What do you have? If you're following me, you tell me what I've been doing. You got all this evidence. So, but that's at the point where Michael should have been like, I need a lawyer. I want my lawyer. You got all this evidence, give me a lawyer. But see, they didn't have all this evidence because they let him go. He got to go to work. If he was under arrest, they would have put him in jail, but they didn't do that. He got to go. That they didn't have all the evidence. They didn't have any evidence to arrest him for murder. So they had evidence of what? Him taking sunglasses? They didn't have evidence of murder. So that's the entire point. The cops can lie, they can make up stories, they can do whatever they want to try and say, well, we have all this DNA, we have all this stuff. They don't have jack. Basically, what they're keeping him in that room for is to get search warrants. That's what they're keeping him in the room for, is to get enough that they can say, we have probable cause, we have this, we have that, etc. But they don't have enough evidence to keep him in there to charge him with anything that is related to the crime that they're trying to charge him with, or keep him in there for, period. They don't have that. What do they have? Evidence that he's walking around Detroit? So also, when he does get back in there and they're like, we're talking to you about this woman's death, he's like, I didn't shoot anybody. That's the first thing I didn't have a gun. I don't have a gun. That's because in Detroit, that's what normally happens, right? People get shot. People have a gun. He didn't have that. That's the first thing he jumped to. He would have never in a million years thought that somebody had been stabbed. Why would you think that? Because it's Detroit. And also, stabbing somebody is very, very intimate. So there's a lot more stuff I need to go back and look through with this case, because I need to look through the basement situation. There's other stuff I have to look through. I need to look through the preliminary. And again, I don't know why they even got him for the lying, because even the foreman said, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, which is shocking to me that they convicted him of lying, because he said that himself. But I think on the jury form, they didn't have a choice, because it was not guilty or guilty on the line, period. And since they made it seem like he did lie, they didn't have a choice. Not only was he found guilty for that, he also was denied parole, and he also did not receive any commutation of his sentence at all, and his appeal has been denied. So he is just stuck in there. So again, we're doing everything that we can to try to get, we have no choice but to try to get him out with everything that we can, and put forth another suspect. So anything anyone can do to help that out is awesome. But I, again, wanted to have this live so that people who are watching, anyone who is new on the channel, anyone who wanted to just kind of do a get to know, wanted to refer any cases. Gwen is the one who opened my eyes to this case, the Samantha Wall case in particular. I had seen it, but I hadn't really paid a whole lot of attention to it. Now my entire life is wrapped around it. Thanks, Gwen. I hope it doesn't take me 15 years to just, I hope it takes a lot less than 15 years. But, I appreciate that Gwen put me on this case. Any other cases that anyone wants me to look at, showcase on this channel, please put it out there. I work full time, so I don't get to do the lives and focus on the cases that I used to. Obviously, this case is something that I'm totally obsessed with. I did do a entire series on it, but I'm hoping to do a more scripted, in-depth series on this particular case as a podcast that is more professional than the series I did on my YouTube channel. So anything that anyone knows about more personally about anything up there in Detroit, as I am not there, anyone that knows Samantha, or anyone that knows anything about anyone involved in this case, please pass it on. I'm doing the best that I can to get to know anyone. I would appreciate it. I want to do a much more professional series, in-depth conversation kind of thing on a podcast. Still trying to decide what I want to call it. I don't know if I want to call it Murder on Joliet Place, or if I want to call it something. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, y'all can throw that in there. But becoming a member will be helpful to help fund that podcast. But I definitely want to do something that will highlight this case even more so. That would be awesome. But yeah, any cases or things that you want me to talk about on this channel, I will definitely showcase and feature. Yeah, anything you guys want me to know about you, I would love to know. But that's what this live was kind of just wanted to chit chat with you guys and get to know you guys. Again, Gwen has her own YouTube channel. It's Reading the Bible in a Year with Gwen. She also does music where it kind of basically reads the Bible but sings it, which is something that I'm much more, I guess, attracted to than reading the Bible, which is kind of not fair to Gwen because she does a great job reading the Bible. But honestly, I don't even crack my Bible open, which is horrible. But I do listen to Gwen's channel, and I do listen to her songs that she creates on there. And I do listen to her TikToks, and I share those as well. I have not been the best child of God, I have to say. I was doing well, and then Lord forgive me. I did give up cussing for Lent. I said I did as past tense. And then this election happened, and then this whole Michael thing happened. He got denied parole, and then that whole gave up cussing for Lent just went out the window. But I do apologize every time I do bad. So I don't know. I don't know how much God really cares about that, because he's got way bigger problems and fish to fry than me. So y'all pray for me. I need help. But yeah. Anything anybody wants to chat about? Anybody want to introduce themselves? Tell me where you're from. Anything like that? No, this is not a Texas accent. This is an Alabama accent. There's a major difference between Alabama and Texas. Alabama is the South. Texas is Texas. Also, I'm not sure if y'all are aware, but Auburn is in the Final Four in March Madness. I'm super excited about that. Auburn has clearly become a basketball school because we suck at football right now, but I'm still praying God does not care about football. I know that, but you know, prayers are out anyway, but I can hope about basketball. We will see. But Alabama's not in the Final Four, so I'm happy about that. Anybody got anything y'all want to add? I know I've been rambling. No. I'm just rambling along. Well, this has been a good live. Gwen and I chat all the time. But she's always happy to get on any of my lives, which is awesome. Gwen's like, I haven't heard a word you said. I'm doing dishes. I don't know who else is on here. Some people get on here and just watch. They don't like to chat. I have some new subscribers though. They've been making oh, that's cool, Gwen. Well, I'm praying for you. I can't wait till you get to start walking again. That'll be cool. I can't wait for you to have your procedure done. Here I am excited about a desk that moves up and down so I can stand. And then I redid my cloffice. I moved Neo's blanket out from under my desk, and he didn't like that, so I had to put it back under the desk. I'm making an appointment to get his teeth cleaned. Y'all, I work at this beautiful vet office now. It is so, so nice. Oh, that's cool. See? Yeah, I'm about to have to stand up again. I work at this beautiful vet office that is so nice. I don't come home with any dog hair on me. But my house has so much dog hair. It doesn't matter what I do. But this vet office is so clean and so nice. We have sofas. It's beautiful. But there's never dogs in the lobby. Like our appointments are so nicely spread out that there's never dogs waiting in the office. And I'm so embarrassed to take my own dog to my job because my dog is psychotic. But you know, they say your animals are just like you, which is okay. That's true. But yeah, so I'm taking him to get his teeth cleaned. I don't know when, because I'm telling you, I'm super embarrassed to take him to my vet, to my own job. Sorry, I have to sit my desk up. So yeah, he's going to go to my job, and all the dogs that go there, y'all, are so polite, and they get on the scale. They just jump on that scale, y'all, and they get their weight and they sit, and they're so good. And the dogs that come to get their teeth cleaned and get their spays and neuters, they just go right on into the kennel, and they're so quiet and they're so good. My dog, he's not going to be that way, y'all. They are going to have their hands full. He's going to cry the entire time. He's probably going to pee everywhere. Oh my gosh, I'm just so embarrassed, y'all. I'm not ready. And yeah, it's going to be bad. I've warned them, but I don't think they're prepared for what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm like, he's psycho. He has major separation anxiety. Yeah. It's going to be bad. But he's got to have his teeth cleaned because he had his breath. I'm telling you, it is a war crime. Like, we could take him to Hamas and they'd be like, we're done. We're done. We will no longer invade Israel. So, yeah. Yeah, Ukraine would stop. I don't know. I don't know if anything could stop Ukraine because, and I say stop Ukraine because, you know, that little short fella, he doesn't want to stop. He's in no way, shape, or form wanting a ceasefire. But whatever. All right, so I'm glad that y'all got on here. I don't know how many people popped in and didn't say anything, but I'm glad that y'all got on here. I know. Well, he is a heathen, Gwen. He is definitely a heathen. If it wasn't for those shelter eyes, I'm telling you, he has the best shelter eyes. That's what did it. It's exactly what did it. Okay, well, I'm glad that y'all got on here. Maybe we'll do, y'all think about what kind of live you want to do next Friday, because I'm off on Fridays. If y'all see a case that you want to watch next Friday, maybe we'll watch that. Now that I have a sit stand, we can do that. So yeah, let me know and we can do it. But I am going to get ready and go get these terrible things done and have fun with the, is he still there, Gwen? But he's doing work. Okay, as long as he's working. Fun. Well, as long as I still have the bunny's attention. I love bunnies. Oh, okay. Well, as long as he's working. All right. Well, let me know if there's something y'all want to watch on Friday. And we'll see if we can make that happen. Okay. Well, I'm going to get out of the house and we will see what's going to happen this week. I got to make videos for this week. Yeah. I try to make them while Mike's at the gym during the week. And now I can comfortably. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. My Neo hates when I'm doing YouTube. He can't stand it. It drives him up the wall. He hates when I work all day and then I come home and I make YouTube videos. He can't stand my attention being taken away, but oh well. Well, it was a small live, but it was a good live. Oh, Billy Bob. Oh, I love that. Hey, Billy Bob. That's so cute. Billy Bob. Oh, Bulky Burp 13. That's cute. Mustard and biscuits. Mm-hmm. Mustard and biscuits. Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Billy Bob. Oh, I love that. Well, we got to think of something to do on Friday then. All right. Well, I will see you later, Gwen. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Hope everybody has a good rest of their day. All right. Bye.